When you're on a Green Air flagship, guns blazing with your primary and secondaries, sometimes you can tend to neglect your melee and forget that it's even there. Melee weapons are so important, and I even forget this myself. They are powerful, important, and very convenient. From what I see, you guys seem to really enjoy the last couple top 5 videos I did in Warframe of my top 5 favorite things, whether they be primaries or secondaries, and this is going to be an updated version for 2017, and I decided why not complete the trio and do melee weapons. How's it going, guys? My name is CJ, or M.C.I.K, and these are going to be my top 5 favorite melee weapons in Warframe. Now, these are going to be judged off of fun level and also I'd say durability, how they do in-game and late game, but mainly just for fun. Because to be honest, when it comes down to it, if I'm not enjoying what I'm playing with, then I'm not gonna have a fun time. That wasn't a sexual innuendo. I genuinely meant that from the heart. Anyway, I hope you guys do enjoy. This list is a little bit wacky, so sit down, make sure you're somewhere comfortable, make sure you are nowhere near fragile items, because this list might shock you, but these are just weapons that I use quite frequently and are fun to use for me, and also do a lot of damage. They do very well in late game and in sorties as well. But either way, I'm going to show you guys all of the builds for these, talk about them very briefly, and then wrap it up. Without further ado, these are my top 5 favorite melee weapons in Warframe, currently at the moment, 2017. Let's get into it. Coming in at number 1, we have the Okina, and I believe I'm saying that right, and if not, you guys can always correct me. But the Okina are ShadowPlay. Basically, they're these 2 daggers that you can use and put in each hand. Pretty good base stats overall. My liking for it is because simply it looks just like the ones that Raphael uses in Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you guys are a fan of that, then you'll know why I love this weapon. Attack speed at base is 1.08, which is pretty fast. Critical chance is low at 5.0%, so not a good critting weapon, but a great status weapon. At base, it has 15% status chance. The main damage type is going to be slash damage, so those slash procs are going to be very helpful. So overall, pretty good stats at base, very easy to mod for, but I'm really in love with the way it works, and also the stance mod on it. The build I went for was a main corrosive and cold damage build, so we have prime pressure point, we have fury, not prime fury because I don't think I needed the extra attack speed. We're already at 1.41 attack speed, which is plenty. So we have these 2 base mods here, and then we have shocking touch and fever strike for corrosive, and we have voltaic strike and virulent scourge for more corrosive, and then to add some cold we have vicious frost. This will also add some more status chance, so bring it up to a 42% status chance. And then last but not least, we have buzzkill, which is going to add some more slash. And in my opinion, the slash works pretty damn well. Coming in at number 2, we have the Secura, which is a whip. And I'm not a huge fan of whips. They never really struck to me as like deadly or badass, really. But I got to use it a little more, and the more I use the Secura, the more I started to fall in love with it. Base stats on this thing are pretty nice, not to mention it is a very nice design from the original Lecta. The Secura is of course obtained through the Syndicate parent sequence. I mean, honestly, overall, base stats are really good. Status is at 25% at base, which is ridiculous. Criticals, though, on this thing are non-existent, so don't have to really worry about that. There is no raw damage with this thing. The only damage type is electricity, so you can mod for corrosive very easily. So the build I went for is a healing slash status build. It's going to be a very, it's one I use for later game. It's one to regenerate health if I really need it in a tight situation. But we have pressure point, prime pressure point, and fury. Once again, not primed because we don't need prime fury. It's already at 1.63 attack speed, which is plenty fast. And then over here we have healing return, which basically what this mod does is it heals you for hidden enemies that are affected with status. So if you hit an enemy that already has status proc on them, you'll get health back. And as for the last 3 mods at the bottom, we have Voltaic Strike and Virulent Scourge to make our corrosive combination. And then we have Vicious Frost for some more cold damage and extra status. So it'll amp up to 70% status chance, which is really good. Not to mention we also have Body Count and Weeping Wounds, which this just increases the time before the combo multiplier will go away for your melee weapons, and this will basically increase status chance for more multipliers that you have. So it says 70% over here on the stats, but this will increase it much past 100%. Oh my! Look, number 3 is the Ome. Oh my, okay, yeah, those jokes are all overused and cringy. So I'm definitely not gonna keep that in there. I'm definitely gonna edit that out. You hear that, Cole? Edit that out. Coming in at number 3, we have the Ome, or the Oma. Basically, these are 2 Tesla coils. They look pretty damn nice. I've always been a huge fan of these, but simply because they look so badass. Not to mention the base stats are also very good. A little bit slower on the attack speed. It's about 0.917. Could be a little bit faster, but of course you can change that with some mods. Status chance though is great at 30% at base, meaning you can get 100% status chance. This also has a damage base of electricity, just electric damage, so once again, it's going to be pretty easy to mod for corrosive and your other element combos. Cool thing about this though is it does have criticals as well, so if you want to use criticals, you can. So if you want to go for a critical build, you're more than welcome to. It has a 15% critical chance at base and a 2.0 multiplier. Like I said, there's no specific way to mod for this thing. You can do it any way you want to. You could even do criticals or status or both. Personally, I went for 100% status chance here in this build, so I went for the 4 element stat mods to give us the 100% status chance. So this will give us a blast proc. Not too much of a fan of that, but it kind of comes with the deal. So I was like, whatever, I'll take it. So we have corrosive damage at 1000, and we have blast at 300, and that is just from these mods here. And then of course we have primed fury and primed pressure point. This will add damage, and this will add attack speed. And then the last 2 is just some more corrosive to build it up even more. Even though it has 15% critical chance, it doesn't seem like a lot. I do see criticals once in a while, and when I do, it really does pay off. So like I said, if you want to build for crits, don't hesitate. Now, you might be freaked out a little bit by the next one, the number 4 slot, the second to the last one. This is the Gazelle Machete. You're probably wondering why I made this number 4 on the list. Well, to answer all of your questions in one simple answer, yes, I do use the weapon a lot, and yes, I do like it. Now, it was kind of overlooked by a lot of people when it first came out. People saw new machete, and they also saw a new armor set, and they're like, oh cool, new armor, Gazelle armor. Let's go buy that, and then rest in peace, Gazelle machete. I'm not a huge fan of machetes, but this machete in particular is actually not too bad. The base stats are not bad at all. I mean, it has a 25% status chance at base, 10% critical chance, which is alright. It's not too bad, but a 2.0 multiplier is not too bad at all. The base damage is mainly based around slash at 39, and it has impact and puncture, which is 7 and 5. So don't really worry about impact and puncture, but slash is pretty good at 39. So honestly, at base, the stats aren't too bad. When I first picked it up, I was like, you know what? Let's give it a try, give it a run for its money. But I want to talk about this special passive that this weapon has, the Jin Sentinel. If you use it with it, the Jin will give this weapon that you're using, the Gazelle Machete, I guess a boost of corrosive damage. So for a short period of time, this thing will get more corrosive damage. So I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. So modding for this thing, like I said, it's going to be a Weeping Moons build once again. So we'll go through the basics. We have our Sundering Weave stance mod here, and then we have Pressure Point and Fury. Once again, no Prime Fury, we don't need it. It is a 1.41 attack speed already, which is plenty fast. We have Weeping Wounds and Body Count for, you know how these work already. And then we have the last 4 are going to be our Corrosive. We have 55% status chance, which is pretty good. Still, the criticals are not really that important. 10% criticals, you'll see a critical once in a while. Overall though, the Gazelle Machete is a lot of fun to use. I like it, and that's all that really matters, is fun to use. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Coming in at number 1, we have the number 1 slot. You're probably wondering what it is. You probably already know what it is. It's the Firax Wraith. The Firax Wraith has been one of my favorites for a while. Actually, since I think about 3 months ago. So 3 Formulator, I actually started to really enjoy this weapon a lot more than I did. So the Firax Wraith can only be obtained, and it was only obtainable through I think an Operation Rathum. So that thing's over, so unfortunately you cannot get the Firax Wraith anymore. So if you have it, make sure you don't sell it. It's a really good weapon. At base, it has a critical chance of 25%. Attack speed is going to be 1.08, and the multiplier is 2.5, one of the highest multipliers I've seen. Main damage is going to be impact, so if you want to use this against Corpus, it's going to do fantastic. So modding for it is going to be pretty simple. We have the stance mod here. We have Blood Rush and Body Count. This is just going to add more criticals with multipliers, and whenever they stack, it will add more criticals, and this will just keep the criticals going and keep the combo multiplier going as well. And then we have Shocking Touch and Fever Strike, of course, for corrosive. And then over here we have our crit mods, critical damage and critical chance. So it'll bring it up to a 40% critical chance and a 4.8 multiplier. God, that is really good. Red crits for days, boy. Then last but not least, we have Berserker. We don't need Fury, all we need is Berserker, because this is already a pretty good attack speed, and this will bring it up to a 75% attack speed boost. All in all, this thing is probably the best weapon I've seen for melees in a while. Everyone can say differently, but in my opinion, I love it. Anyway, guys, those are all my top 5 favorite melee weapons in Warframe. Hope you guys did enjoy. What do you guys think down below? Leave in the comments. And, you know, also, if you want to tell me your favorite weapons, leave one down in the comments below. I want to see which one is your favorite. Tell me your absolute favorite weapon, melee weapon in Warframe. Leave it in the comments. And yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. My name is M.C.I.K or CJ. I'll see you guys for tomorrow's video. Have a great day. Stay sexy. Subscribe today to join the Feline pack. And just keep being you. Have a fantastic day. Now, I gotta go take a poo.